This is Steven with All Talk On, and I don't know, I'm kind of pretty happy today. I found out my foot wasn't broken. I had a little bit of an accident on my bike, so that was nice to know that my bike didn't crush it. If you guys are wondering, I have a CBR 954. So yeah, it's about 400 pounds fell on my foot, so that was nice to know that I was okay. Anyways, today I have my $556 build, minus $13 for a combo discount from Newegg, so we're at $550.32. Now I gotta start talking fast. Okay, so what we're looking at here is basically I'm trying to show you guys the difference between a $500 build and a $550 build. Now, that extra $10 to each part or $15 to a handful of parts makes a huge difference in the type of performance as well as the type of options you can get for different things like your motherboard, your RAM, even your power supply, as well as your case. I mean, it could even go as far as to helping out your processor as well, but $10 has the most impact in my opinion on motherboard, RAM, and your case. That's usually where I see the most impact, from about $10. And so we're going to start this off right now. Like I said, we're at $550.32. The combo, it is not a rebate. It is just a combo. If you buy both parts from Newegg, you get $13 off. That is the FX6300 with the G.Skill Sniper Series 8GB, 2x4GB RAM of 1866 memory. You buy that with the processor from Newegg, you get minus $13, which puts me right at my $550 budget. If not, it'll be $6 over, which, hey, or $7 over, you know, go grab $7. It's worth it. So we're going to start off. First thing we have is the processor. We have an AMD FX6300, 3.5 stock gigahertz clock speed and 95 watts. So this is, I mean, I don't really have to say much about it. Everybody uses the processor, this one, in their build. It's a great processor. It is for $99. Can't go wrong with it. 6 cores, 3.5 gigahertz clock speed. It's great. I mean, it's better than the FX4300. I think it's better than the Athlon X4, as well as it is better than the Pentium G3258. No matter how much people want to say it isn't, it is. It's, and the cores don't matter. Well, the Pentium doesn't have hyperthreading. It's only a 2-core processor. It is a great 2-core processor, but it is not a 6-core processor. So when it comes down to it, when it comes down to the multi-core use, the AMD processor beats it. Of course, Intel single core always beats an AMD single core, but when it comes down to these multi-core, 6 is better than 2. I am not an AMD fan. Neither am I an Intel fanboy. Honestly, if I could pick, I would have Intel because they statistically are better. But I mean, FX6300 is so much cheaper than an i5, and honestly, I'd rather have that than an i3 or the Pentium G. So we went with that. It's $100 at Amazon right now, but I suggest buying it from Newegg to get that $13 discount with buying it with the RAM for $110. So moving on, next we have the motherboard. I went with the MSI 970A G43 ATX AM3 Plus motherboard. Now, this is just your standard full-size ATX motherboard. Thankfully, finally a $500 build with a full-size motherboard that's not micro ATX. I know, wow, mind-blowing. Okay, so let's get into the specs of this. It supports speeds from 1066 all the way to 2133 if you really want to. Oh my god, it's so fast. 32 gigabytes max memory for the RAM. Supports Crossfire, does not support SLI, but does support RAID. It has 6 SATA 6 gigabit per second ports. 6! You can have 6 drives that run super fast. And as well, it has USB onboard 3.0 header, which is, I mean, nowadays it's becoming more and more like a must-have, more or less. It's not a must-have, but it's becoming more of a requirement standard. I see a lot of builds that don't have it on the motherboard, but will have it on the case, which sucks because then you have to get like an adapter to get your I/O panel to work on your case and your power button and stuff, which nobody wants to do that. Vice versa is not as bad. If your motherboard supports it but your case doesn't, then that's not too hard. You know what I mean? But yeah, so just remember, if you're gonna go USB 3.0 header on one thing on your motherboard, make sure you do it for the case and vice versa. So yeah, great motherboard for the price. It's on the 970 chipset. and it is $64.99 plus $6.39 shipping for a total of $71.38 at SuperBiz. So check that out. Next we have the RAM. We have the G.Skill Sniper Edition RAM, and this is G.Skill Sniper Edition RAM. I mean, cast latency of 9 at $82 with free shipping from Newegg. So I mean, it's a great set of RAM. G.Skill, no one has anything to say bad about G.Skill, but this is definitely one of the things, along with the motherboard, that if you just throw an extra $10-15 at, can get progressively better. This is at the DDR3 speed of 1866, as well as this is 8 gigabytes, 2x4, so 2 4-gigabyte sticks, which I like having because I like having the dual channel more than just one 8-gigabyte sticks. And I know people do that for upgrade reasons, but honestly, if you're not looking to upgrade soon, I'd rather go for the dual channel, and you can just throw 2 more 2x4-gigabyte sticks in there and have 16 gigs on 4 different slots, and they're all filled up, so it'll look cooler. And I doubt you'll even be able to notice the difference of having 2 8 sticks and 4 4 sticks. I don't think you'll notice the difference. Well, anyways, looks cool. $82. It's G.Skill. Buy it from Newegg, because you buy this from Newegg along with the processor, you get that $13 off, so it is definitely worth it. So now we are going up to next. We have the Toshiba hard drive. It's a 7200 RPM, SATA 6 gigabit per second, 32 megabyte cache, and it's 1 terabyte size. It's your standard 1 terabyte hard drive. It is not Seagate or Western Digital, but you know what? It's Toshiba. They make nice TVs. Why not? They have 5 ratings and a 4.4 average, which means out of those 5 people, no one has anything to say anything bad about it. So I think you're good on buying one of these. It's $49.99. It's a little bit cheaper than those other drives. So think about it. If you want to spend the extra $5, $10, go for it. Might as well. Next, we have the GPU. I have the MSI R9 270X Gaming 2GB Twin Frozer Edition. So this is the 2 gigabytes of GDDR5, which is more than enough for what you're running with your 270. It's core clock at 1.03 gigahertz, and it supports Crossfire. So yes, you can have 2 of these babies in there if you really want to. Now, it's $169.99 at Amazon.com, which is where I would suggest buying it because it is the cheapest. And honestly, this is a really nice card for, it's like the low high end or high low end ish card, mid range, definitely better than the 260X, and this will definitely have you 1080 gaming, no problem at all. A lot of games you'll be flying on high settings, no problem. Some games on maxed out settings you might have to turn off your anti-aliasing and a few things like that. Might have to drop to medium on those more demanding games, but for the most part, this card is pretty top notch for a budget build. Next, we have our power supply. I went with the Thermaltake 550 watt 80 plus bronze non-modular power supply. So this is 550 watts. It is 80 plus bronze. You will not have a problem with it. That is more than enough to power this system. You'll be set. You can hook up a bunch of fans, maybe do some slight overclocking. You'll be all good. And this is at $49.99 from Newegg. Honestly, if the Newegg is the cheapest price, or even only $1 more with free shipping, I would suggest just buying everything off Newegg, because that way it all comes in one nice pre-packaged little box, and it just makes it nice and happy for you. Last but not least, we have the case. I went with the Deepcool TESSERACT WH. It's a nice case, honestly. It's not bad. It's $29.99 with free shipping from Newegg, and seems that's the only place that has it. It is a ATX mid tower, and it supports ATX, micro ATX, and mini ATX motherboards, which are like the main 3 sizes of motherboards. And yes, of course, like our motherboard, it supports front panel USB 3.0, because it's can't have one without the other. Just doesn't work like that. So yeah, definitely. I'll show you guys a picture because they don't have a picture on there. But this is it. I mean, it doesn't look like you bought it from Best Buy or Walmart, but it doesn't look like an nzxt Phantom. So, it's like in the middle. It's got some snaz and some little outlines, but it's not over the top with it. This is a very, I guess you could say, as far as looks go, conservative case. However, it does have four 3.5-inch internal bays and 2 5.25 external bays for your drives and or fan controllers. So basically that is my $550 build. That is a very moderately priced $550 build. I think so, if I do say myself. And it is a very moderately powered to price, I guess. But if you do want to save some more money, I built a little bit of a cheaper one for you guys. Hey, look at that. It's at $538 with shipping. Basically what I did was I dropped the G.Skill memory to ADATA XPG version 1.0, 8GB, 2 4GB sticks of DDR1866 RAM, which yes, it is still 1866. You can go to 1600, which will once again further drop the price if you want, but I don't know. Whenever I get an AMD FX series processor, I always like to stick with that 1866 minimum RAM because that's what AMD likes. So anyways, and then I also switched to my go-to $20 case, the RaidMax Stingray ATX 249WW mid tower case, which does have USB 3.0 for $20 and free shipping. Oh my god, it has USB 3.0. It has 3 internal drive bays for your hard drives and 3 drive bays for your optical drives and fan controllers, as well as it has a side mount on the case for mounting a fan to blow straight on the motherboard. It does come with one fan in the case as well. And it supports ATX, micro ATX, and mini ITX. It is not the most appealing looking case ever in the world. It looks kind of weird, doesn't look stock, but it definitely doesn't look like they put a lot of work into making it look nice. But hey, it's $20. What can you do? So yeah, that's basically my cheaper build and my more expensive build of the same thing. Like I said, you can definitely go cheaper, drop the prices down wherever you want, bump the prices up wherever you want. Maybe, I don't know, do what you gotta do. But this is just to kind of give you your starting point. So basically, I had one more thing to say for you guys is my $350 build video had it's got over 100 views now, but only 2 likes and 2 comments. Come on, guys. That was a really good $350 build, and only 2 people liked it. Like, ouch. Like, these videos kind of take me a little bit of time for editing, and this is the 5th time I've recorded this, by the way, because I keep getting distracted between my roommates and messing up randomly, and I don't feel like editing all of that out. So anyways, I mean, come on. 100 views and only 2 likes, and that was an amazing build. I'm sorry, that $350 build will top any $350 build you see around here. Just because someone puts a 280X with a Pentium G does not make theirs better, because that Pentium card is not going to be good enough for that 280X. I can tell you that right now. So I think that is definitely one of the better mid-range gaming PCs out there that you can get. Now, this PC is not solely towards gaming. This is more of course it's going to be towards gaming for the most part, but it can handle a lot of other stuff with that 6-core processor and that 1866 RAM, along with that nice little MSI motherboard. So this is definitely something you can mess around with video files with, mess around with some heavier files, do some streaming, which once again, this is why having this is a little bit better than having that Pentium G. But yeah, I mean, come on, you guys, give me some more likes, give me some more love. To that one guy that subscribed to me, my lonely one subscriber, I appreciate you. And even if for the rest of my YouTube days you are my only subscriber, I will continue to make these videos solely for you. That's no problem at all. Just, you know, scroll around my page, watch my other videos, make sure you like them, because apparently other people don't. So anyways, guys, thanks for watching. This is Steven with All Talk On, and I'll catch you guys later.